finish this up. Okay, so what I wanted to share is that this really came from the heart, the passion, the dedication and commitment, the zealous commitment of Howard regarding Bruce Lee and what he represents to the community. Those who are familiar with Bruce Lee, and so many of us grew up watching the movies, know that he was bullied when he was a kid. And it was something that drove him to want to learn martial arts and want to teach martial arts to others, sometimes to his own detriment, as it is that there were members of his community that didn't want him to teach his style of martial arts, but he was adamant to share with the world. And Howard was really, really committed to making sure that the city of Passaic remembered what Bruce Lee stood for, especially because of the theater that we had, the Central Theater, where so many people got to see the movies originally and got excited. And one of the things that Howard has shared often is that what impacted him about Bruce Lee and his story is how he brought people together. It didn't matter what your background was. When those movies came out, whether you were African American, Latino, Jewish, white, Arabic, whatever you were, you enjoyed those movies. You watched them together as a community. So when Howard reached out and said, let's do a Bruce Lee Day here in the city of Passaic. Let's acknowledge his story and let's have some events at the Boathouse and bring the youth there. I was so excited to partner up with him and to come along with the city council to do this proclamation. And if I can read it on the record. Whereas Jung Fan Bruce Lee was born on November 27, 1940 in San Francisco, California. At the time, his father, a Chinese opera star, was on tour in the United States. The family moved back to Hong Kong in 1941. Growing up, Lee was a child actor who appeared in some 20 Chinese films. He also studied dancing and trained in the Wing Chun style of Kung Fu, also known as Kung Fu. And whereas in 1959, Lee returned to America, where he eventually attended the University of Washington and opened a martial arts school in Seattle. In 1964, Lee married Linda Emery, who in 1965 gave birth to Brandon Lee, the first of the couple's 2 children. In 1966, the Lees moved to Los Angeles, and Bruce appeared on the television program The Green Hornet from 1966 to 1967, playing the Hornet's acrobatic sidekick, Katie. Lee also appeared in karate tournaments around the United States and continued to teach martial arts to private clients, including the actor Steve McQueen. And whereas in search of better acting roles than Hollywood was offering, Lee returned to Hong Kong in the early 1970s and successfully established himself as a star in Asia with the action movies The Big Boss, 1971, and The Way of the Dragon, 1972, which he wrote, directed, and starred in. Lee's next film, Enter the Dragon, was released in the United States by Hollywood studio Warner Brothers in August 1973. Tragically, Lee had died 1 month earlier. On July 20th, in Hong Kong, after suffering a brain edema believed to be caused by an adverse reaction to a pain medication. Enter the Dragon was a box office hit, eventually grossing more than $200 million, and Lee posthumously became a movie icon in America. Now, therefore, I, Hector Lora, Mayor of the City of Passaic, along with our City Council, do hereby proclaim November 27, 2018 as Bruce Lee Day in the City of Passaic, New Jersey.